dealing with the scheme? Was it something to adjust to, or?
I just practice. Honestly, it's a reason why I'm here. It's a reason why all the guys are here. We practice at a high speed and high rate, and I have no other choice to do so. So I enjoy practicing at high speed because it simulates the game.
So many guys from Georgia talk about how playing at Georgia and the practices especially made them ready for this. What specifically from there to this, do you see any similarities, differences that made you ready for this?
Right, all the regimens we have at Georgia, as in practice and training and workouts, things like that, we do it at a high pace and high level. And of course, as you said, a lot of guys do say that, and I believe that Georgia prepares all their players and all their guys who come out of there to be most successful on this next level.
Does this feel a little bit different compared to OTAs? Like now it's training camp and it's go time for you?
I feel like I had the same mindset of going. Like I've always full speed 100% myself. So, but there is a gear shift between the team and the headspace between everyone. But I feel like myself is always, I've always had my foot on the pedal. So.
Do you feel like you have a little bit of advantage compared to some of the other rookies? The heat that you're going to experience and the humidity some of the other guys don't know they're going to experience?
Yeah, they'll embrace it soon. I've embraced it for the past couple of years. It does get hot in Georgia, so they'll experience it pretty soon. But I feel like I got the upper hand on that.
Jalon, since it's early, day one, heavy rotations at defensive line throughout all of practice. How can that help you guys?
Yeah, it helps on our connection piece and getting everybody comfortable and building their confidence throughout the team. I feel like everybody has the chance to get out there and to get their feet wet. It brings their confidence level, so when it gets time to game time, everybody will be prepared.
Who are your roommates for training camp?
I'm with James Pearce, Billy Bowman, and Malik Vernon.
And what was it like last night? Anyone set an alarm earlier than the rest? Like, how did it work?
I got up when everybody else got up. We all left together, so I enjoyed it.
We talk about this.
I know that they've got you at edge for the moment, but I wonder if you look at a guy like Caden Ellis and think that eventually that sort of versatility is what you could bring.
Right. If I was a fortune teller, I wish I could tell the future. But honestly, I'm here where my feet is planted in my position on the being edge. But there will, hopefully be that opportunity to be able to explore everywhere and have that versatile piece.
What has it been like for you focusing solely on edge right now?
Excuse me?
I know when you got here, the plan was to specifically put you in the edge rusher room and solely focus on that. Has that still been the case, and what has that been like?
Yes, we've since OTAs and now at training camp, I've been with the outside backers, and I'm ready to roll in my role.
You seem very serious and job minded. Are you having some fun out there? Though? Are you enjoying it and having?
Yeah, y'all caught me off guard. That's my mentality. Camp season comes along, and it's time to go to work.
What's the snack situation in the room? Like who's bringing the good stuff in and that kind of? What's the success this Friday?
Fortunate enough, our vets were lenient on us, and we just brought sunflower seeds, so it's pretty nice.
That's what they requested?
It is.
Who requested it specifically?
Luna Floyd.
Okay.
Who are some of the veterans that you were kind of identifying with early on? You mentioned Leonard, obviously, a former Georgia guy, but anybody else?
I feel like everybody in my position room, all the guys have been such great help to us, and of course the captains of our defense, Caden and AJ and Jessie, those guys have uplifted us and put us in the right position to keep moving forward and uplifting us every day.
It's not like you've watched Caden super closely the last couple of years, but he's been so versatile in this defense. How much do you pride yourself on that yourself and look at Caden and say, I have a bit of that in me too?
Yeah, he prides his game so well. He is a superb player in the way he takes that versatile piece to the next level. And I do. He's a great player of being a rusher and being that stack backer. He does a great job at it. But right now, I'm just really focused on being on that edge and fulfilling my role.
What's been different? You're not here with a crowd. You got those Georgia Unity, like so many people out here.
Nothing different. I don't even notice them, but I'm glad that they're out here. I appreciate the support and the fan base that we have here. That brings us energy throughout the practice, but it most definitely excites them to seeing us fly around, get ready for the season.
There's always a learning curve going from college to the NFL. Obviously, you're well prepared from Georgia, but what has been maybe one different thing that you've noticed? Like, we never did that. We're doing that here.
The amount of things we did at Georgia, it's a quite fewer here, so I feel like that's just the difference.
What do you mean, like fewer? Like, what did you do there compared to here?
Georgia, we had everything in store, and now we have a set plan of doing what we need to do. And I feel like it's a great plan that they had at Georgia, but it's a great plan here that we have a small menu, big understanding.
Curious what goes through your mind when you see a guy like Bijan Robinson play.
Freak, real deal freak. He is the way he works and the way he prides and carries himself is like no other. The way he just performs out here in practice, you can tell that he is Bijan Robinson for a reason.
Jen, how much did you reach out to former defensive teammates or just
Georgia guys that are now in the NFL, just what to expect from mini camp to training camp now, just what to expect, what this ramp up is like? Have you talked to any of your former teammates?
We've all been in contact. We've all stayed in contact and trained with each other and been with each other throughout the summer. So it was a great opportunity just for us to catch up, of course. But everybody's gone their separate ways for training camp, and I wish them all the best into their season.
How much do you look forward to pads when they get on? Do you feel like that kind of changes everything a little bit?
It changes a lot. It changes the tempo and the speed and the way how you attack things. But I'm excited for it. I'm just taking it one step at a time.
You feel like that's when you can be more competitive, and that's when the juices really get flowing then?
I feel like you had the competitive juice any day, honestly. And the way, and once the pads come on, it's just even more way to show how assertive and dominance you can have on the field.
Raheem talked about how he feels like the NFL is evolving into the college game a little bit. What similarities have you noticed?
I honestly don't know. Just for on the defense, maybe on the offense side of the ball, maybe because of the pro-style offense and things like that. But on the defense side of the ball, I feel like it has a lot of similarities, of course. But defense is defense. You still run the same cover 6 and cover 2 in college that you do here. So maybe on the offensive side of the ball.
Jalon, what's been your impression of Jessie Bates so far?
Stand-up leader, great guy, humble person. I can't wait just to keep learning and being around him. It's just the way he leads and carries himself is like no other.
Having leadership aspirations yourself, do you see similarities between the two of you? Are there differences? Like, how do you view yourself in comparison to him?
I feel like everybody has their own way to lead. Of course, he leads a certain way, and of course, I would lead a certain way. But the way I do say we're similar, and we have a driven goal that once you have your mindset on one thing, we're going to take care of business.
What have you noticed from Penix, and just what have you seen from him, his strengths?
He's going to have a great year. He's a great leader for us, and the way he's so poised now, I just can't wait for him to get after it.
Having talks about this next, CBA coming up, and with Lloyd, being the leader of that, and then having to resign now. So we got to figure out another leader, someone that can lead our and represent our players at a high level. So
what should that person look like? I mean, I'm not asking for names, but what is the ideal candidate? What's their profile?
Yeah, obviously, anytime you hire somebody, you want them to be experienced. So somebody that has some type of background that's been in the PA, but it's tough. That's a hard position. Anytime that you're in that leadership type of role, it's not easy. So I'm not going to act like it is. You got to do your due diligence and figure out who that guy is. So yeah.
It's fair to say that you think the players need to be thinking about that next CBA as y'all make this hire.
Yeah, you got to think about
Right.
you got to think about it in advance.
Right.
You talk about the lockout and stuff like that. When you wait until that last year or two, that's when things start to get a little bit more spicy, and when you want to fight for what you want to fight for, what's a priority that the players want, and that has to be a clear communication. So we got to start that now. I mean that happens with years and years. It don't just happen in a couple of months. So yeah.
It's just
What's about your first day?
Yeah, it felt good. Year 8. Walking into it like it's my first day ever. Talking to some of the guys, and they're just like, "How do you feel about this training camp?" And asking me, how do you process training camp? And I just say take it day by day, and try to figure out something that you can focus on day by day. And I think that the urgency starts to pick up a little bit more. For some of the younger guys that were here during OTAs, we talk about some of these mistakes and stuff, but at some point, the urgency has to pick up. We probably play in about 45 days or something like that. So there's an urgency behind it as well.
Jesse, now that you've gone through the install period with Jeff Ulbricht's scheme, do you see yourself being able to flourish in it? Like, do you feel like you can be highlighted and be able to continue to make plays?
Yeah, everybody, it don't matter what defense it is. It's all about, how that connection can be created. Everybody's installing cover 3, cover 2, cover 4, but I think what really separates, teams that are, is the connection, and, how are we talking about it on the field and within each other as players. It's Brick's scheme, it's his installs and stuff like that, but us as players, we got to make it come to life.
Does that make it more important for you to kind of like relay that message to like guys like Xavier Wise and Billy Bowman and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think sometimes, like I said, young guys, you just get a little bit overwhelmed with, new schemes and stuff like that, but it's still cover 3, it's cover 2. There's a certain kind of mix-up of cover 3s and stuff like that, but the more that you can try to know all of the ins and outs of it, that's when you make defense special. That's when you think about all the great defenses. You think about the connection and the passion that they play for one another. That's what we're trying to build right now.
It's just the typical day one. How was it? How'd it feel to be out there with everyone?
Felt really, really good to be out there. Just playing football again, get the jitters out, and then start a camp, so it's always good.
I know it's obviously day one, but just the offense, seeing them all together, Kyle Pitts back out there with you, just the excitement and what you guys can do this season.
I think we're all excited just to be out there playing football again, so I think that's the main thing, and that's where we're keeping it at right now.
Did you have a chance to work any more with Michael Penix this offseason or anything leading up to camp?
Yeah, a couple times. Mm-hmm.
Where did you guys work out and what did you guys do?
Through the football round. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it too much, but yeah, we got together with all the guys. And thank you so much, MJ. All right, bye, you guys.
It's your birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday! Thank you, guys. All right, way to start your birthday.
Yeah, so through the pigskin round, and that was pretty much it.
As far as progression from year one to year 2 for Penix, what have you kind of seen there? What's the biggest thing you've seen him improve?
I mean, his first day at camp, so he's just that guy. And he goes out there and he does the same thing every day, and that's work hard. So that's all I see from him. He keeps on working hard, and that's going to translate onto the field for sure.
From a receiver's perspective, how would you describe the zip on Michael's ball?
Fast. He has a cannon. Mm-hmm.
I know it's early, but as far as Pitts, what can that do for this offense if you can get backing off like this?
I mean, everything. I mean, he's an outstanding player and he's an exceptional player. So we get him going how he already is, and it just opens up the game more for himself and everybody else.
It seemed like Penix was going to him a lot tonight. What have you noticed with that connection?
It's really, really good getting him the ball. I mean, again, I say it every year, and he's a unicorn. So we get him the ball, special things happen.
What makes him a unicorn?
Good seeing you, man.
He's 6'6". I mean, he runs a 4.4, and you can look at the stuff on the paper, and then what he puts on the field, it's exceptional. It's really, really special.
I know it's day one, but how do you kind of, just manage yourself and deal with it now that you've been it before? You don't go all out. Just how do you kind of manage day one?
Yeah, just get the jitters out day one. I'm not really looking to go absolutely ham and go crazy, but get the jitters out, knock some of the rust off. I mean, it's football at the end of the day. You can't do any sort of conditioning and get you prepared for this.
Do you feel like that's something like your rookie season, you were all out, ready to go, and now you've learned
for sure. I mean, you have to prove something, you have to showcase something. I still have a ton to prove, so I'm not saying that I don't have anything to prove, but yeah, it's a little bit different on how you kind of ramp up for sure.
You figured out what works for you in training camp, what doesn't. What is your personal goal for yourself this training camp?
Just be a team leader. This is my biggest goal.
Anything changed for you with the left-handed quarterback? Obviously, the coach has been talking a lot about shotguns. There's not really technically a blind side or as much as one anymore, but anything different for you in that respect?
Not really. I mean, in that regard, like modern offenses, a quarterback is going to turn a lot when he's reading the field, so there's not really a blind side. At some point, his back's going to be to each side pretty much no matter what if he's got to read the field. It's not a quick dump. So
Are
not
you
really
doing anything differently, like you and Chris, as far as that? Because he's lefty, Mike, is there anything different?
Not really, just trying not to give up a sack ever,
Sure.
I mean,
no different preparation or anything like that? This is kind of
No, other than just getting used to the new cadence and stuff, like his verbiage and voice.
Right.
How long does it take to get used to that and knowing where he is in the pocket?
Oh boy, I mean, it takes months, not a full season typically, but it takes quite some time because once you know your quarterback good enough, you can tell just by the change in their voice, when the snap counts change and you forgot to say something. Not that's happened, but shit happens in football. And that's the thing you can pick up on once you really get to know your quarterback.
It's your first chance going up against some of the rookie guys. What have you seen from them so far? It's still early, day one.
I mean, still early. They're rookies, man. We'll see how things go when bullets are live.
So we were talking to Jalon yesterday, and I asked him for his best Kaleb McGary story. He told us a Saints game last year where you threw basically a linebacker and growled at him, and I wonder if you remember that and how that looked and how that went from your perspective.
The block itself, not really. Most of my good memories are just watching Bijan's butt fly past me. That's really what I'm looking for. If that's happened, I know I've done a good job.
He said that one he actually had to look because he saw the guy fly so far away. He was like, oh, shit.
Get out of my gap, man. No.
You said you're getting used to like the sound and the voice of Michael in the huddle. So what does he sound like? I mean, we always heard about the get bleeping set from Matt Ryan and then the dad jokes last year. So what's a Michael Penix huddle like?
I mean, I guess I don't really know how to describe it. I do a terrible impression of him, so I'm not going to torture you with that. But I don't know, very, very matter of fact. This is the play. This is the count. Let's go do it. Very, very businesslike.
When we get to talk to him, he just seems so like chill. I can't think of a better word. Does that carry to the field? Is it?
I would say so. Yeah, he's not an outwardly anxious guy. Like he doesn't bring a lot of anxiety or frustration or anything like that into the huddle. He's very calm, very measured.
Okay, I was so small for the number 8 almost right away. What does it mean? What does that potentially mean for this team to continue well?
I mean, we like people that play well. I'm not really sure. We like guys that play good football. So I know that's a bad answer, but
very controversial statement.
Yeah.
It's really controversial.
What have been some of the biggest points of emphasis for you this offseason?
I mean, sorry, but it's another boring answer. It's just kind of the same thing, bigger, faster, stronger. Always trying to make your reactions more efficient, your steps more efficient. You want your reads to be quicker as a lineman, things like that. It's just kind of the same cycle every year. Trying to close the gap as much as you can, no matter what.
How do you get bigger, faster?
Lift, eat, watch film.
What changes, if any, do you have to make when you're now shifting over into the technique of the inside?
Not really anything. I mean, not to be a smart aleck, but you're never wanting to give up a sack, and in a modern offense, shotgun, like a quarterback pivots quite a bit, so his back is going to be turned to either side no matter what if he's got to read the field. So at some point his back will be completely to me, his back will be completely to Jake if he's reading the right side.
So it's a little more consistent for you, the heavy on more.
Honestly, probably not really, because his read is going to be this way instead of the opposite,
Back to Michael's demeanor for a second. Yesterday, Chris was saying that Michael's so even-keeled. That's how he described it. How much do you enjoy that as an offensive lineman, having someone back there like that?
I appreciate that tremendously because our position is a very high-stress position because if one of us messes up, it looks really bad. And having somebody that does not actively add to the stress factor is really cool.
When did you know that Michael was really capable of being the starting quarterback?
I mean, boy, I don't know how to answer that. You never know until it happens, But he was really good in practice last year. Really efficient and effective with his throws, good with his reads. You would expect a good drafted quarterback to be. And I have complete faith in him. I'm not worried. We'll have to see how things go, just like the rest of us. But yeah.
Kaleb, you mentioned the ankle. Is that something you were playing through last year?
I've been dealing with it for a couple of years, but it was just time to solve it once and for all and be done with it.
So, how do you feel this year, having had that work done?
Oh, tremendous. I don't know if I've had a joint feel as good in a long time. Yeah.
You have a procedure or anything, the surgery? Or?
Just a scope shaved off a bunch of bone spurs. That's all. Nothing crazy.
Does that kind of rejuvenate you, coming in, you're feeling at your best right now?
I mean, up until we started practice earlier, yeah. Things were great. But no, it helped a lot. It's always nice to have anything that feels better than it did before, and that it helped my ankle quite a bit. I mean, I'm horribly biased. You're asking a lineman. I think we're the best ever. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess I would just say that I have faith in my teammates. I think everyone's going to do their damnedest to do their job to the best of their ability, just like me and the rest of the linemen are.
You talk about watching Bijan's butt fly in front of you sometimes, but sometimes he can knock the shit out of some people too. How would you assess the way that he can block people on the field?
I think he's a great back. He's able and willing to do more than one type of. He's able and willing to do more than one thing. A lot of times you'll see a guy that really wants to be one-dimensional, and John is an unselfish player, much like a lot of our guys, and he's willing to do whatever is required, and he does it really well.
Hey, how's it quiet out there? No fans. Does it make a difference that we're not on the field?
I mean, it's always nice to see support and see that people are excited. You know, it's nice to come back and just see smiling faces and stuff, and give people a good show, even though it is just practice. So it's always nice.
Caleb, where are you at contract-wise right now? As far as next year and beyond?
Nowhere, I guess. I mean, I've still got this season left on this one. I mean, there's nothing really going on right now. Just worrying about this year first.
Is that something that you'd like to have taken care of before the season or during the season? Or?
I mean, anytime they want to pay me, you'll never find somebody more willing to be paid in all your life, trust me. But
you're talking to a bunch of sports writers. I'm not sure about that.
I'm honestly not really worried about it. I'm worried about the season, and if I don't do my job well enough, then there's not much reason to worry about it. So I'm just one thing at a time. That's all.
Just mental effort and knowing where I'm at in my assignment.
How do you think it went out there today?
I feel like it was smooth. Good day. First day out there with the guys.
At this point, are you kind of refining and bringing up to level the skills that you already have, or are you working on anything new to add to your game this season?
So as long as you're playing pro football, you always want to get better, see where you can take your game. You're working on your hands, fundamental, eyes, learning scheme with the other team, how they trying to scheme you up.
During minicamp, it looked like you were having several conversations with Leonard Floyd out there during practice. Anything you've learned from him since you've been here, or is he the person that you kind of lean on the most to learn from?
It's easy to learn from guys like that when they fluent and they smooth. And we got the same body type a little bit, so he plays his game super smooth, fundamentals. That's all he care about. As long as he went out the fundamentals, he happy.
Is body type really the most important thing when it comes to kind of, hey, I see how you're doing this. You're similar to me. Show me how you kind of do that. Is that one of the main things you guys look for?
Nah, more so it's working. So I want to learn how to do it. Yeah.
What's the dorm life like so far? I don't know if it's called dorms, apartment, whatever it is here.
Yeah, it's a nice apartment / dorms, but it's pretty good. We stayed in a rookie mini camp, so I was already fairly used to it.
Better digs at Tennessee?
One more time?
Was it better at Tennessee, the furnishings?
Probably not. I don't know. It's probably about the same. Good.
Speaking of Tennessee, you're part of a pretty transformative team there. Is there anything that you're taking into the NFL from there?
One more time?
You were part of a pretty transformative team at Tennessee. Is there anything that you're
What
taking
that mean?
from there? It's a good year.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Oh, so it was. That's what you were saying. It was a good year. Anything I'm taking from that? Nah, you just don't want to go back to being on the bottom. So you want to just always find a way to work hard and stay on top.
Externally, at least, it feels like there's a lot of expectations for this rookie class of defenders. Is that anything that you guys talk about amongst the four of you guys who were drafted? Hey, we need to kind of play to a certain level here?
Not necessarily. Just work hard. As long as we growing together as a group and individually, we should end up where we want to be.
Okay, have you taken a look at anybody that's already in the league that's kind of like your similar size and kind of watch the film on them and kind of get the one from them?
Nah, not necessarily. Like I said, fundamentals are key to the game. It's not about body type or whatever. It's just like any other thing. If somebody doing something good, you can learn from them just as much you can learn what not to do.
As far as Jeff Obrick, what has been your impressions of him so far? First day out in practice, and as far as his expectations from you.
His message is always the same. It's always the same, so it's easy to read and understand what he went out to do.
I apologize if it's been asked, but you notice any difference in training camp versus when in college?
More sure guys taking care of his guys. There's more up here. It's more up here than anything. More mental. So that's about it.
When I heard that the vets took it easy on you all as far as bringing snacks in.
Yeah, so far. So far.
Sorry, it's probably been asked, but this first training camp, rookie first day, what was it like?
It was cool, smooth. First day out there with the guys, glad to move around and be on this side of things now.
Is it you kind of like living that dream? Like, what are you hoping to gain through this training camp so that you'll be ready for the start of the season?
Whatever it puts me through, whatever I gotta sell through. So I just really going with get the flow and just the growing pains and whatever comes out of that.
You feel like you're catching up to the speed of the NFL because you're moving back to college, or you're still trying to catch up?
I wouldn't say I'm trying to catch up. Like I learned the game well, but I know there's some things that's going on out there that I'm not even hip to yet. So I still got some learning to do.
How's it feel different from college to NFL? Just what's different? Like Jalon was telling us it's a little bit more regimented. Maybe
mental
not
gymnastics, just more stuff like that. It's more up top, more everything is just down to detail.
It looks like you were kind of going back and forth with Storm at one point out there. Or what was it like kind of getting in there and being competitive out there?
It's just being competitive. That's all it is. That's my brother.
When you say the kind of like the mental abilities a little bit more, is it more the volume of things that you have to learn, or is it you're diving deeper into the things that you're
Yeah, it's more so both of those. It's the volume of it, how much ever you got to learn, and how then you diving deep, because a lot of stuff can change off a lot of things, and they're expecting you to be able to change on the fly.
Have you already felt a different level of nuance with maybe some of the offensive linemen? I know you guys can't do too much contact or anything like that, but do you feel like there's some savvy veteran tricks that you've already seen that, hey, this is different than college?
Yeah, for sure. They got more tricks up their sleeve, old head strength a little bit more, so that's about it.
Did you have jitters, excitement the first night, like coming in? Like, does it feel a little bit more real in training camp compared to OTAs?
Yeah, I like feeling nervous. If I'm not feeling nervous, I'm more scared than why I'm not feeling nervous.
Who's been kind of helping you out there? Maybe a veteran or someone that's kind of taking you under your wing?
Really, just everybody growing together. Everybody's just going in the same direction. So it's easy to learn and easy to understand where everybody's going. When everybody got their head down and going in the same direction.
Who are you rooming with?
Jay Walt and Bill.
What's that like? Like, who's setting the alarm? Who's bringing the snacks? That kind of stuff.
Some snacks already in there. I don't know. Everybody's going. I got up this morning.
So you were maybe the last one to get up?
Yeah. Probably not the last one. The last one come out the room, though. For sure. Yeah.
What, if anything, do you think you can improve before pads come on?
Just learning where I'm supposed to be, fundamentals, dial into details.
How comfortable do you feel in that right now? Obviously, it's just
I feel good. OTA set me up pretty good for it, and then just now I'm just going with the flow and let the growing pains and whatever happens, let the mistakes happen on the field, so it can work out the way we want to work out on Sundays.
Did you have to get a procedure or anything, or was it just kind of rest, stretching, and?
Yeah, I had to get some injection and had like a month of downtime just to kind of recover and heal the tissues and make sure I'm good to go once I start training for the offseason.
Had you ever dealt with something like that in your hip specifically?
Yeah, I dealt with a lot of things in the groin area. As we kick a lot, it just comes. It comes with the job, but it happens where sometimes you kick on it and it's just like a minor thing, and you keep kicking on it and it becomes worse. Something that you just do.
Is it a mental hump to get over when you have to go back to kicking after an injury?
No, because of all the stuff that we do as far as like rehab and all the strengthening programs that we're on. You just gain that full strength and confidence before you go out there and actually start swinging. So no really mental hurdles.
Would you say you're 100% now on training camp?
I don't think I felt any better.
Coach Morris talked about how much confidence he has in you, but they were kind of looking at the numbers. Like last year was kind of statistically not your best year numbers-wise. How are you feeling like numbers-wise? Are you feel like you can bounce back to the levels of 2021, 22, and 23?
Yeah, I mean, not sugarcoating it. It was the worst season of my life, and then I'm ready to get back to I know what I'm capable of, being the best in the league. I know I can do that. Just going back to the process of what I do, and I'll be back to that for sure.
How tough was your? Okay, I'm sorry.
Having Coach Morris's support, because he said, he talked about how he gave you your first start in the NFL. I guess when he was in Tampa Bay, or I forget where he was, but how does that make you feel to have his confidence like going into the season?
Yeah, it's huge. Having that support system from the coaches, the teammates, and everything, it means the world, and that makes you want to go that much harder and work harder and make it right for those guys just as much for yourself.
Okay. How tough was the off season for you? Going through rehab and so forth after the hit.
Yeah, it was not too long of a recovery process. It was about a month or so after the injection. I had to shut it down and then kind of build back up. It wasn't really anything different than other off seasons time-wise. I was able to get into my regular off-season routine pretty quickly, so it was pretty good.
No surgery required?
No surgery, just an injection.
When you say they bring in competition, how do you feel about that? Obviously, all the jobs here are up. There's not a guaranteed position, but thoughts on a little bit of competition going into camp?
Yeah, it's not my first time having competition. I was on the other side of that my rookie year. And you're always competing whether somebody's physically here or not. It's only 32 jobs, so you always have a target on your back in a way. You have to come out here and prove yourself day in and day out. So whether somebody's here physically or not, I'm always knowing that if there's a competition and I have to, be at my best at this level.
What did you learn from last year? I mean, obviously a year like that can really kind of humble you, but having good years, we talked about that, but what did you learn from that?
I always go back to just staying neutral, right? It's like good or bad. If I have, I bring it down to like zoom in to like 1 week. If I have a great game on Monday, it's work week and we got another game coming up. You have a bad game, you got Monday coming up, we got the next game coming up. So it's the same thing, same idea that I carry. I have a great season, cool, move on. And you have a bad season, cool, you just learn from it, good or bad, learn from it and move on and get ready for the next season.
You gave the graduation speech at Georgia Southern this summer. Can you kind of reflect on that and like, what was that experience like for you?
It was cool. Once they, called me about it, I didn't want to say yes because public speaking, I don't think anybody's like a natural thing. But I thought it was a cool honor and it was an experience that I couldn't pass down, and it was awesome.
Were you nervous at all?
I was a little bit, but then just practicing a little bit, and once I stood up there, I was oddly comfortable. So it was pretty cool.
What was your message to the youth?
It was my journey, really, perseverance, and just keep working and just set the goal and just work towards it.
And Marquise talked about how the special team guys have to be liked by the team. So you played DB, Lim, I guess ran track in Ohio or something. How big is that when they guys know that y'all are more than just the kicker?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's helpful for sure, but at the end of the day, we got to get the job done, right? So it's helpful when you're a football player. You can kind of like relate a little bit, but at the end of the day, like at this level, we're not playing any of those, right? So just being a locker room guy, just talking to the guys and being able to hang out with the guys and all that, but at the same time, it's just professional. You got to get the job done.
Kyle, how are you feeling coming into this season? I know there's a lot of noise outside, but where are you mentally?
I'm here. I'm where my feet are. I'm excited for this year. So, like I say every year, it's a new year. I'm excited to get into it with the guys. It's the time where our relationships grow and we're here together. So it's important for us to grow our camaraderie and just keep growing.
To that point, I saw you posting with Mike this summer and y'all getting in that work. What kind of did those conversations look like as y'all are working on timing and as you're getting to know each other? What's that process been like?
Just however I can be the best asset for him, and this for this offense. Just being a tight end is a safety blanket for a quarterback. So just being at the right place, right time, and being the best, helper for him.
How are you feeling physically? Of course, that's like we want to know. So how are you just feeling coming in?
I'm feeling great.
Like your normal self, full go, no restrictions?
Nah, not at all.
So maybe the swimming helped.
Yeah, swimming helped for sure.
Yeah.
It was a foot during the spring cup. It was a foot injury.
No, it was just working through different things. Okay. Not specifically a foot.
Okay. What kind of different things are we talking about?
Got to ask the trainers about that.
Okay.
Was it something lingering or something new? Was it something lingering or something new that happened?
I won't get into specifics, but we all good now.
Kyle, each year you tend to learn what works for you and what doesn't in training camp. What's your biggest focus in this one?
I'm going to go to sleep an hour earlier because we're starting a little earlier. So I'll be sleeping around 9:30 this year. It used to be 10, 9:30 this year. I'm being in bed. But no, seriously, just studying more, being around the guys. It's just a whole new year. So we're just always, in the dorms, at the practice, just kicking it together. So that's just big for us.
What do you think this offense can look like with Mike at quarterback and how many weapons you guys have?
I mean, obviously he's the pioneer of the ship. He's the leader of the team. So just getting behind him, and it's different. But Kirk did a great job last year, and Mike is his turn now, and it's just time to ball and go follow behind him.
How would you describe the way that Mike is a leader?
He's a leader by example. He's not a very rah-rah guy. He's not a yeller. So it's just cool to see him lead and just follow behind him and by his example.
Do you feel like we haven't even seen the full unicorn yet? We've seen flashes. But do you feel like there's more to give and more to show that maybe we haven't seen?
I mean, that's for everybody. Each year you want to keep getting better, so you never complacent.
Do you feel like, though, every year guys have something to prove, but do you feel like this year a little bit of an edge, a little bit more to prove, especially what's on the line this year?
I mean, it's something on the line every year, so it's just important to keep competing and performing.
Kyle, I know that you have said in the past that you don't ever really focus on outside noise or critics or anything like that, but you're human, you see things. How easy or difficult is it for you to turn it completely off and ignore it?
I don't read that rat poison. I don't get on Twitter and listen to the bots who can't come out here in 90-degree weather and come do what we do. So I don't really read into it. Obviously, I'm human, but I don't read into that. I don't pay it any mind.
Being that you don't read into it, do you feel like more of a sense of comfort going into this season, dealing with the injuries and all that stuff? Do you feel more comfortable, I'm ready to roll?
Never comfortable, but just ready, eager to perform with the guys and just compete wherever I can.
What's it like keep you grounded? Is it being a dad now? Is it
Yeah, my son and the Lord. I'm heavy in my faith, and those two are always at the forefront.
How do you approach this year being a contract here?
We'll figure that out at the end. We're taking it day by day. It's the first day of camp.
Does having Drake and Mooney and just a really strong receiving core open up your game and allow you to have more opportunities? How does it allow you to have more opportunities? Having a strong receiving core like Drake and Mooney, Daryl Hodge, the rest of those guys, what does it do for your game?
I just think it's great that you have a bunch of playmakers and everybody serves their role, and we just feed off each other, and everybody have their days.
Talk about being back out there and having fans back out. They were genuinely excited, especially to see you today.
I mean, it's amazing for this. There's a lot of them. I mean, well, now they're gone, but it was elbow to elbow, so it's great to see our supporters out, and great to hear great to see the people.
As kind of Zach Robinson continues to take hold in the second year, and I know he said back during the beginning of last season, like self-scouting his own ability to play call in the moment and how he's preparing you guys. What is kind of that next step for this offensive group as a whole with him kind of directing things for you guys?
Just, he calls the play, and it's up to us to, execute it. So just this time now during camp, just, getting the reps in, gaining our relationships to where, things are second nature, and we don't have to think about it.
Hey, Kyle, Mark mentioned it like in his articles that he's writing with the senior. What did you think when you first saw the jersey that NSR?
It was crazy, and it's just like, I got me a little one. I got someone with my name, the exact same name, so it's pretty amazing, and that he's always on my mind, and that's who's on the back of my jersey, but also playing for the name on the front.
Is there something? I'm sorry, Dustin. Is there something symbolic about that too, like having senior on your jersey, not just about being a father now, but also maybe growing up a little bit more too?
Yeah, definitely. It speeds you up tremendously day by day, and just to see him and know that he's looking at me. He don't know what he's looking at yet.
Not yet,
but it's just amazing, just grinding for him every day.
What do you think it's going to be like once he realizes what you're doing?
I'm gonna try and suppress it as long as I can. I just want him to be a regular and live his regular life and just be a great role model for him.
Does that make it easier to, like Maria was asking you about blocking out the outside noise? We're talking about swim lessons, going to sleep early. How much does having a son make it easier to block those things out?
It's easy because you're chasing him. You're not on your phone, so just being a dad, staying present, that's pretty big.
Favorite part about being a dad?
Every day, seeing him smile and laugh and just grow up.
When did you realize that it was probably your best to be able to block out that outside voice stuff?
I learned that in college. I mean, you guys have your job to write different things, and people who see the good and see the bad, but I know who I am and I know the player I am, so I don't really pay too much attention to it.
Oh man, he comes over there with the D-line to kind of to get some indie work in, with his movement. He's very slippery. And that guy, you watch him on tape and what he did last year, man, that guy's a game changer. A very unique linebacker. Not all linebackers in the league can do what he can do.
How's he affect the pass?
Man, he's slippery. He's slippery. Get that guy one-on-one with the guard. I think he can get moving on the guard. And he also, too, man, he got a mismatch on the running back. There'll be a mismatch on those guys. And just everything he does, go back to say, just his movement. Yeah. His movement, how slippery he is, man, it's good. Can't teach that.
What will you look for in Rook and Brandon? What sort of markers will you look for to know if they're making progress?
Right now, it's still early. You got to wait till we get on the pads. And really, when we put the pads on, that's when we'll see, everything. But I love everything they're doing right now on the individual, how the way they work and how the way we run into the ball. When we put the pads on, that's when the true test will go.
How does Zach fit positionally in your
Man, that guy, keeps saying, that guy's a utility guy. Love what he can do. We're going to put Zach out on the end. He's going to play some big end for us. And really, we telling him he needs to be a mismatch versus the tight end. Mismatch, and we talk about that no matter wherever. A D-end versus a tight end should be the greatest mismatch in the world of sports.
Nate, with a player like Caden, does that create more emphasis on communication with your defense line with the guys with their head on the ground than maybe just an attacking front four?
Nah, man.
He's going to be inserting.
Nah, man. We just, the defensive line, how we talk about, man, we disrupt, everybody else just cleans up. We just getting off on the ball, attacking.
Coach Raheem was saying that there's a lot expected of the first and second year guys, and two of those guys are Luke and Brandon Dorwis. They didn't play a ton last year. Saw them get a little bit of run with the ones today. How are they looking so far?
Looking good. Like we said, it's too early to tell with everybody, right? It's too early to tell just with the whole group. But love how the way everybody's progressing, how the way everybody's doing stuff with Indy and the work we get in and jog through. And today, thought we put a good rep in. Today, good work in. We love how the way guys playing with great effort.
Are those the kind of guys that when you come in the building and you see defensively when you see kind of their traits and everything? You say, okay, I can work with that.
Oh yeah, you love it. Like you got those guys right there. They got good traits. They had good traits coming out of college too as well. Like with how the way Dorless is with his pass rush and Rook having his heavy hands and his explosiveness. All these guys have the traits that you're looking for, that we looking for in this defense.
The interior guys aren't as sexy as the edge guys. Can you talk a little bit about what their job is and how they've done well? Linebackers get a chance to make.
Man, like I said before, man, we just getting off the rock, right? We talk about those guys, and can't stress it enough. Just the whole defensive line, we just running in a dark room. Right, running in a dark room, right? We disrupt and everybody else cleans up. We just attack and getting off on the ball, and it's gonna make it easy for everybody else.
If you're gonna push forward, I keep hearing the word attack and energy. Do you have the depth? And I know you got to figure out rotations, but do you have?
No, we have the depth. We were just talking. We have the depth. We love the guys. We have the guys in this group to get the job done. What we need to get done.
Can I ask, when you're looking at film, and this is the general manager and the scouts, and everybody says, "Hey, let's look at the two guys that you ended up picking to bring your room." What was your involvement in the final say of go, no go? Those are the guys that I not only can work with, they're the ones that I want.
I ain't gonna say what my final say, but like, man, we love the guys that we have. We have the whole room, the whole building. To say the excitement we got, just having those guys, right? Having those guys, and we talk about getting out to the quarterback and affecting the quarterback, and we have the depth to do that.
When you were watching their tape, was there a moment that you were driving home going, if those guys were available, they're the ones that we want? There had to be a certain...
Yeah, for sure. No, we those are the guys we wanted. Everybody wanted. We left out this building that day, man, excited. I promise you that.
What about before that, though? When you're looking at tape and you come in here, decades, they haven't been very good at hitting quarterbacks. Did you literally get excited looking at those guys on tape going, if they're in the room,
it's different.
Things are going to be different.
It's different, for sure. For sure. Let's just keep saying, man, just excited. Excited to have this group, excited about the guys that we have, excited to get this thing going, man.
Are you nervous about when pads get on? I know that nobody wants fights. I'll call them skirmishes. You're going to have guys who are ready to attack a little bit. What's your message going to be that first day?
Man, just attack, man. Just play physical and attack. That's all I say, man. Attack and get off. GTFO.
What about preseason? I know we're projecting ahead a little bit.
That's up to the head coach. Like you talking about with rotation?
Rotation.
That's all. Every place different. That's up to the head coach. Whatever head coach deems fit, that's how we'll do that.
What do you see from Braylon coming back from injury? The limited capacity, the couple practices. What have you seen from him so far?
He just right now, man. He's working hard, getting back in shape. This guy done worked his tail off to get to where he's at, man. So right now, just working in Indy, and like he's looking good, man. We're excited to have him. Like I said, we got the depth. We're just excited about all the pieces that we got.
You know that some season and quarterbacks on game day. Do you think you have a guy that can become that troublesome guy? OC loses a little bit of sleep. Quarterback has to find him on the field. Those guys are rare.
Right.
They're having guys in the defensive front. And the quarterback has always got to know where he is preseason.
But one thing we do like, we talked about it, man, just love the depth that we have. I think we got depth. We got waves of rushers. Waves of rushers. And we talk about these games they won and lost. Really, all these games won and lost in 2 minutes. Right? 2 minute and a half, 2 minute into the game. Not so much that you actually blowing the team out. So we talking about the waves of depth and rushers where a guy, you're not depending on this guy and he's tired, in 2 minutes you got to take him out and you can plug another guy in. That's what we're talking about, the depth, and these guys can we get out the quarterback collectively.
And the other part is, if you guys are good at it, they try to wear you down in 2 minutes, you can't make substitutions. Isn't that a sign that there's a respect?
That's the respect for the guys up front, yes sir.
Coach, expectations for the defense are high. Is it the defensive line's job to kind of set the tone for that this season?
I just say, man, we talk about just getting off the ball, right? Running in the dark room, repping our style, and talking about the defensive line just being the engine of what we're trying to do. And just talking about every time we're watching that tape, man, just want guys on the tape that's repping our style, repping our brand, that's getting off on the football, that's attacking, and that's running in the dark room.
And the other part is obviously the DBs don't have to cover first long, which is the thing that when it goes well for a team, usually the quarterback's got to get it out quickly. That all starts up front too.
Yes, sir. That was agreeing with you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But again, it's something that hasn't happened here. We've always, the corners have always had a little bit more pressure. You got to hold it a little bit longer because they're getting a little bit more
just
time.
with our style is what we talk about doing, just accustomed to, what we're accustomed to, like being with Brick and, working with Brick with the Jets, and we've been accustomed to just in the league, just having an attacking style defense, right? That's really all that we know. I would say but really all I know is getting off on the football, attacking, running in the dark room, repping our style, man.
Do you have any idea? Do you think about numbers? guys' rookie numbers, guys' sacks, totals, rushes?
It all. Don't put a premium on it, man. Just have success, man. If you're just doing your job and doing what you got to do, I promise you, we getting off on the football, we attacking, we running in the dark room. Everything's gonna take care of itself, right? Just promise you that it's gonna take care of itself. You're getting off on the football, repping our style.
And getting an offense off the field, giving your side 3 downs and out.
That comes with That comes with attacking, getting off on the ball, running in the dark room, repping our style. I promise you. You do that, man. Everything gonna be great.